Yes, hello, welcome into the new sports here for FM22, the beta save with Liverpool. Today is Carabao Cup final day, as well as FA Cup 5th round as well. If you missed our last episode, go and check it out. We played our first knockout round, first leg game against PSG, and that one, it's an interesting game to go and watch, so go and check it out. And if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button so you do not miss anything. Foot Manager 22 videos out daily, Monday to Friday at 11 AM. You don't want to be missing it, so get subscribed. Since we last met, we've played 2 games and we bounced back from our defeat against PSG with a 5-1 victory over Watford. 2 goals for Oxlade-Chamberlain, a goal for Fabinho, Perisic and Milner in that one. Then up against Southampton we won 3-1. Goals for Harvey Elliott, Diogo Jota and Dani Alves in that one. We were down 1-0 at half time, so we had a good comeback there. Dani Alves has chosen to leave the club at the end of his contract, so we've ended up just selling him just now. He'll be leaving in the 1st of March when the transfer window opens in Brazil, and he'll be going for just short of £1 million. The 38-year-old didn't really work out with him coming back, well, not coming back, just coming to this club at all. Remember, he was on the sabbatical until the end of December, so he's only really had a couple of months. I'll be honest, I just wasn't really using him that much. He hadn't played that well, so I was happy enough to let him go. And hopefully that could free up a space for the registration. Might be able to get someone else in. I'm not too sure if that's going to be allowed or not, so we'll need to see when he does go, if we're allowed to replace him with someone else in the squad. But today is Carabao Cup final day, as I mentioned, and if we look at our team, we're almost at full strength. We've got a fitness concern for Kanate and Joel Matip, who is out injured for the next week. And Mohamed Salah has passed a fitness test, but isn't to play the whole match. But apart from that, we've got a full strength side. And I tell you what, it's going to be probably our best 11 that's going to be playing this game up against Chelsea today. It's Alisson in goal, Gomez and Van Dijk at centre-back, Trent on the right, Robertson on the left, Fabinho behind Henderson and Thiago, Salah on the right, Mane on the left, and Suarez up front. You can see there, Sané started scoring goals at the start of the season. He's not been so good in his last 5 games. If you look at his average rating there, it's only a 6.8. So hopefully he can do a bit better today. He's still in single digits for goals, whereas Suarez and Salah are in double digits. And actually, if you look on the bench, Perisic is in double digits. He's in 11. He scored more than what Sané has. So I'm not going to say that Perisic should start instead of Mane, obviously, but if Mane doesn't sort himself out, we might have to start playing with Perisic instead of Mane. But that's not going to happen today. This is 11 that's going to play up against Chelsea to win our first piece of silverware of the year. Or that's the aim anyway. So here we go, getting ready for our first cup final as Liverpool manager. Obviously, you already know our team, but just looking at the team that was selected by Chelsea, I thought they might have moved to 4 at the back, and they have indeed, with Mount in behind Lukaku there. They're playing a 4-2-3-1, moving away from the 3 at the back they've been playing for so much of this season. So we'll see how that changes, how Chelsea play. Remember, we have beaten them in our one match-up earlier on in the season. We beat them 2-1, a late goal from Werner. Made it a bit closer than it probably was. So we'll see how we do with them playing this slightly different formation. We've got a chance here, 5 minutes in. Mane with it, forward to Salah. Can he tuck it away? The former Chelsea man, yes he can. His 16th goal of the season, assisted by Mane. Oh, nice and easy. Simple as that. 5 minutes in, Mane with the ball. Salah goes for a run in behind Marcus Alonso. 1 touch to control it, 1 touch to shoot, and it gets by Bettinelli, who's certainly not Mendy or any of their other goalkeepers that I know of. So who's Bettinelli? Who have they signed? A 29-year-old Englishman who's been there. He was at Fulham for a long time and is now at Chelsea, having moved there on a free. Okay, they must be having a goalkeeping crisis then if he's their goalkeeper for this final. So hopefully that means that we can get some nice easy goals then, because he's certainly not a regular fixture between the posts, you would have thought. Certainly he's not Arrizabalaga or Mendy. Definitely not. So hopefully we can get some more goals. We're still leading 1-0. We had a chance earlier on there. The ball swung into the box by Chelsea, and Kante's got it, and Mount. And that's Blackquader hits that from the edge of the box, and it's just wide of the goal. Still holding on to this 1-0 lead. And here we go, just before half time, another highlight. Suarez hit that free kick in, and Salah was completely unmarked at the back post. Surely he was offside. There's no way that he could have been in that much space at the back post without having been in an offside position to begin with. Yes, I thought so. They've disallowed the goal. Let's see how far offside he was. Suarez hits this, and basically every single Liverpool player is offside in that box. Salah headed that in unchallenged at the back post, but he was offside. And we've reached half-time. Still leading 1-0. And probably dominating the game. Not possession. We never appeared to dominate possession, but certainly in terms of chances created we have. So hopefully that continues in this second half. And we are, 20 minutes to go in this game, and we've not had a highlight in the second half. We'll take off some tired legs. Fabinho can come off. We'll bring on James Milner for him. Take off Salah, who's on a yellow, and bring on Angel Di Maria for him. And Mane can come off. We'll bring on Perisic out on that left-hand side. 20 minutes to go. We're leading 1-0. We've taken off two of our big names there in Mane and Salah, and hopefully we can still hang on as we get to the end of this game. There's been no highlights in the second half. This is the first one. Trent swings the ball in from the corner to the back post. It's headed by Suarez, and Virgil van Dijk gets his 13th of the season. I tell you, he's nearly one of the top goal scorers in the division. I know this is in the cup, but in the Premier League he was about the 4th top goal scorer at one point this season. I think he has 10 in the league, but he's got 1 in the Carabao Cup final here. Suarez headed that back across goal after the Trent corner kick. Virgil van Dijk heads it in, and that's surely guaranteed as the Carabao Cup victory here as the time ticks down. And we have indeed won it. And here we go, stepping up onto the podium for our first trophy as our manager. Come on, fantastic. You can see there the team walking up to collect their trophy. They don't appear to have been given medals. That's just disappointing. But we've picked up the trophy here. We'll hand it off to Jordan Henderson, and he will raise that aloft eventually. And the confetti will fall down here at Wembley as we've won the Carabao Cup, our first bit of silverware as Liverpool manager. Fantastic way to start this episode, and we still have another game to go up against Bournemouth in the 5th round of the FA Cup. Here comes the cartwheel, if it's still here. Yes, it is. There we go. Fantastic from Alisson. Lovely cartwheel. And we'll see you in the not too distant future for the game up against Bournemouth. I'm sure it's Bournemouth in the 5th round of the FA Cup. Looking forward to that. Maybe a little bit of a rotated side compared to the one that was playing here today, because we've got some big games coming up. So the best players might need a little bit of a rest. But as you look at the schedule here, you can see, if I actually go to the schedule and scroll down, we are indeed playing against Bournemouth here. FA Cup 5th round on a Tuesday night. And then in the next episode, we'll have Aston Villa and that second leg against PSG. Important matches coming up. We had a good victory there in the Carabao Cup final. Hopefully we can have another victory here to progress to the next round of the FA Cup. We'll see you for that very shortly. Right, so here we are, back ready for our, I was going to say our Scottish Cup. That's not right. We're not the Kelly Boys anymore. We're still Liverpool here on FM22. Goodness me, slip of the tongue. For the FA Cup match against Bournemouth in the 5th round, they are obviously in the division below. We're going to try a tactic we have been training up. Not all the time, but it's been a recent tactic we've started to train up. And that's a 5-3-2. Basically, if you look at the formation, it is similar to the diamond that we had kind of created. Remember, our other tactic was initially a player dropped into midfield, but what we've done instead is we've dropped him back into the defence, and it allows Robertson and Alexander-Arnold to push right up. They don't have anyone in the wide areas to kind of need to overlap or underlap, so they can get right up and act as the width. The three across the back, stay defensive. The half-back position normally be Fabinho, but we're going to drop him into defence today, and we'll play Milner in a half-back position. Can drop in there, and then the two midfielders act as box-to-box, and the shuttler. I can never say Carilla. It's too hard for me to say. So they act as shuttlers up and down. You've got the width coming from the two wing-backs there, and then the two strikers doing such. So basically we attack with 6, with Milner probably joining a little bit, and keep 3 at the back. Just going to test it just to see what it's like. One of the reasons for that, I say we've still got Salah returning from fitness problems. I just thought, let's take away the wingers and see how we get on with just a couple up front. If it doesn't work, half time we can change back to our formation. We've got the right players on the field that we can easily swap over to the other formation if we need to. So let's try this new formation out. If we're not able to try it in the 5th round of the FA Cup against a team from the division below, then when are we able to try out a new formation? So we'll see how we get on here. They're playing a 4-3-3 against us. Our Bournemouth, we're playing in yellow today. But I think it's fair to say we've not had a highlight in the first 30 minutes, so maybe it wasn't working, but we have had all the shots on goal according to the stats. This is going to be Bournemouth's first attempt on goal, and it'd be really disappointing if they score from it. The ball played in low here into Solanke, the former Liverpool man, and Dominic Solanke scores a goal. That's disappointing indeed. It really is. It's their first effort in the match. It's not good from us. And we are down 1-0 here. And perhaps this experiment has not worked at all. So maybe we're going to have to change it at halftime. We are dominating the game in terms of shots, but just unexpected goals, but just not actually getting anything there that's actually going to help us win this game. Let's see. We'll get with it for the next kind of 20 minutes and see if it works. And when we have to make changes, we can change some of the players round. Suarez hits a free kick here, and it's tipped wide of the goal by Nyland there. And we'll see here, it's 53 minutes on the clock. Now, still early in the second half. Alexander swings in a corner, and it's headed away. And Gomez gets on the end of it. And could we have another chance here? No, we couldn't. That was answered nice and quickly, wasn't it? As Bournemouth are still holding on to this 1-0 lead. You would say it's undeserved, and we're going to go into the tactics and we're going to change it back to our old formation, and then we'll see who we need to make changes for in this team. Fabinho is probably going to have to play instead of Trent at the right fullback position because Trent is dead on his feet. We'll bring on Angel Di Maria on the right hand side. Sadio Mane can go and play on the left, and we'll have to bring on someone else to play up front. We'll move Mane up front actually and put Perisic out on the left. That sounds like a good thing to do. And looking back in the midfield, no one's playing particularly well, so we'll bring on Bentancur and play him instead of Jordan Henderson. And here we go. We have 20 minutes left to turn this around, or we're going to have got ourselves knocked out of the FA Cup because I was messing about with formations. We've totally dominated this game, and we're not going to win. It looks like we're going to change to an attacking mentality for the last few minutes. Here we go, a highlight. I'm not sure why some players are just wearing black. There's some graphical error that's gone on there. But the time is ticking away, and we've managed to get ourselves knocked out of the FA Cup in this episode because I was changing around the tactics, and that, oh no, that is disappointing. That really, really is. It means that we're not going to be doing the quadruple, certainly this year. Well, at least we've got one trophy won with the Carabao Cup, but oh, that was a bad performance. Look at the stats. We had so many shots, but hardly any expected goals. And we've lost to Bournemouth. That is not good at all, and that is a disappointing way to end this episode. Looking around as well, other teams like Huddersfield and Fulham and West Ham getting through. The FA Cup was probably there to win, and unfortunately, we're not going to be doing that. So, after that episode started with a really positive 2-0 win over Chelsea, we finished it with a disappointing 1-0 loss to Bournemouth, which means we've been knocked out of the FA Cup. Disappointing indeed, means we have no more cup games to play, unless we can somehow get through in the Champions League, having been down 2-0 after the first leg. And you'll get to see that in the next episode. We'll play up against Aston Villa and PSG, and we'll see if we manage to get ourselves through to the next knockout round in the Champions League. If you have enjoyed this one, we've won a cup. You've got to leave us a like for winning a cup. Please do leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until the next one, where we play up against Aston Villa and that vital second leg against PSG. We'll see you then.